It's a little chilly out this morning, but I'm desperate to get outside and get some sunshine. The sun is just starting to come over the trees and starting to warm up, but I had to hide all my tomatoes and all my pots and plants and everything under the gazebo. But they're still quite upset with me. It has, since I planted them, we've had so much cool weather. But I think it's supposed to heat up today, and the rest of the week it's supposed to get quite warm. So anyway, I should be having like something with protein and everything else in it, but I'm just having another coffee because it's warm and I can't bring myself to drink my protein smoothie yet. So it's June, and Mike and I have decided for June to do like this very sort of gentle reset. I feel like the lighting is a bit weird here, but it's kind of dreamy, so we're gonna go with it. So for June, Mike and I have decided to do like this very gentle reset. So some of those goals are like doing my daily gratitude and journaling. The two really big goals that are gonna be tricky are eating 120 grams of protein for myself and eating between 25 and 35 grams of fiber every day, drinking lots of water. So I think it's like, for me and my body weight, I think it's like close to 100 mils a day, which I don't know. I've measured it out and it's like 3 to 4 of these. I want to read every day. And I started doing this thing. So we have a teapot and everything and we drink tea, but I got this tea cozy at the thrift store and it's just so pretty. I just had to get it, and even though we don't actually use our teapot that much, so I decided in order to make that purchase worthwhile, I mean it was $1, but in order to make use of that tea cozy, I've come up with a evening ritual of after supper, after we've kind of tidied up and done our walk and everything, to make a pot of tea and sit outside at the little coffee table that we have out here and drink tea and read for an hour. So that's also part of our reset goals. Another goal that I have is to like walk every day. I put my Apple Watch back on. I don't love wearing it just because I hate like the look of it, but it is helpful. Yeah, doing an outside walk or workout. So sometimes it can be a walk, sometimes we can play badminton, sometimes it's yard work. This whole weekend we did so much yard work. While I was cutting the lawn and raking and trimming and doing all of that, Mike and the kids were doing all the soil that my dad brought me. So it's quite a steep climb all the way to the backyard. It's quite a journey. So it was a bit of a slog, but he is almost done. And the 3 beds, there's actually more than we thought. We weren't sure if we'd have enough soil, but we may have enough soil. So we just have to figure out a way to keep the deer out of it. So, and my other goal is to get back on my weekly vlogging, making at least 1 video per week, which, I mean, I've just been off for like the last month or so. But anyway, I've started reading September. I was gonna actually save September and winter solstice for like fall and winter, and kind of like savor them, but I cannot stop reading her books. So I started and finished Shell Seekers last week and I really enjoyed it. Coming Home is still my favorite, but I think Shell Seekers is actually one of her most beloved book or whatever. So starting September, I'm gonna try to savor it, but her books just feel like home to me, and I feel like I've actually found a new favorite author. So I don't have the ebook version of this, just this thrifted copy that I got like a year ago or so. And it's such a challenge to read it now. It's like, it's so small. But the first page, I'm just instantly like, yes, this is what I want. I love her writing. It's so descriptive, and it's just this sense of like, it's so slow. It just makes me savor it and enjoy it and love it. Oh, I think they're yelling at me. I know. I should fill the bird feeders. happy again. Yeah, so June reset. I'm feeling very happy, very hopeful, very productive. We're getting lots of things done. We're in the last few weeks of school. Deep breath. Everything feels so good and peaceful right now. So yeah, we're just doing this little gentle reset, just to feel better and start getting back into some habits that we know make us feel good. I feel like I'm forgetting some of the things on my list, like, taking my supplements, daily walks, daily reading, daily gratitude, and then really honing in on nutrition. So trying to eat the protein and the fiber and concentrating mostly on that. And I think by eating that way, the rest kind of will fall into place a little more naturally. I think today I'm gonna see if I've ordered a hammock. I actually found one for like $40, and then I ordered some chains to extend it. It hasn't even shipped yet, so I'm not sure why it's taking so long, but hopefully that'll arrive. But then we do have 2 trees that I'm hoping that I can. When the kids were younger, they used to be really rough on the hammocks, so they would all 3 of them would get in it and just play games of and anyway, the hooks would bend. So I got some super strong ones, so I'm hoping to maybe hang another hammock. I'm hoping to actually if I could find a 3rd spot to hang a hammock, I would love to have 3 hammocks so that we can all just kind of be out reading and stuff this summer rather than all up in my grill. So I'm gonna see if I have the hardware and stuff to hang that. I think Clementine and I might walk downtown. She wants to get the 2nd book of the Percy Jackson series. We managed to find all of the books on our bookshelf except for 1 and 2, I think. I can't remember. I think we have 3, 4, and 5. She bought 1, and now we haven't been able to find 2. So I think we're gonna walk down to the bookstore, grab that book, maybe pop into the thrift store because I am who I am. What else? Maybe hang out with the chickens a little bit. I can show you the raised beds, what they look like with almost all full of dirt. Yeah. I'm just kind of enjoying everything. It feels nice to have the lawn cut. I usually try to wait until June or the last weekend in May because you're supposed to, I want to help feed the bees and not kill all their early food. And then I try to leave little wild places in our yard. So if there's milkweed, like a big patch of milkweed or wild strawberries or daisies, I try to let them I cut around them or transplant them. So I've been transplanting wild daisies up where I don't mow the lawn. It's not a lot of things grow in our garden, so it's kind of frustrating, but the wild daisies grow, and forget-me-nots, they seem to be in everybody else's yard, just wildly growing everywhere, like huge patches of them. But we only had 2 tiny little plants in our yard, so I transplanted them, put them in our garden, and I got some seeds. I don't know if I'll have luck. I don't have a lot of luck with seeds, and our soil is not great. So it's a bit of a struggle getting our yard or garden to grow between the deer and the soil. Yeah, it's kind of impossible. So it's a yearly struggle to make it look pretty out front, but I do try, and I try to keep it wild, and I try to keep it just natural and whatever, native. And then this evening we're gonna go for another walk, Mike and I, and then we'll do our evening tea and reading. Anyway, my plan for this video is just to share kind of little snippets of our little gentle reset, what we're doing, how it's going, little updates here and there. We'll see how it goes, and then hopefully have this up by maybe Thursday or Friday. That's where we're at right now. So feels so good. It's so beautiful out. It's so beautiful. Okay, so this is how much dirt we have in each one so far. So it's a mixture of like broken down manure and soil from my dad. So I'm thinking we need like another, I don't know, 5 or 6 inches in each one. And we still have a fair bit down in the driveway that we need to bring up. So I think this year that'll probably be enough. And then over the years we might just add to it. Or we might go into the woods and get a little bit more just to top them up. But yeah. I'm gonna try putting up this hammock. I don't know if it's gonna work or not though. So you can see how many times the kids, how many times the kids have broken this. We'll see. I have this carabiner, so I'm gonna try this. Went under. Good morning. I feel like I need to whisper because no one's awake yet. Well, the kids are gone to school and Mike is at work, but Clementine is sleeping and the neighborhood is quiet. We got up at about 5 o'clock this morning and went for a 5-kilometer walk along the lake. A few years ago we actually did this from like May to October, and it was like such a nice morning ritual because I actually hate walking in the summertime. I just feel so I'm just not built for heat. I cannot handle it. But yesterday was good. Clementine and I walked down to the thrift store and she picked up her book that she wanted, and I tried to put up the hammock. We have 3 hammocks and one is chewed to pieces by the mice. One is too short and the other one, it's the like straps that go through and like make it attached to the hardware. Anyway, I can't find the straps for it. So my other hammock has still not shipped. I'm not sure what's going on there. But so I didn't get my hammock up. I really would like to get the hammock up, but it was a no-go. So I hit my protein goal. I got like 140 grams of protein, which is great. I got like 38 grams of fiber, which was awesome. I ate over on my calories a little bit because it's like trying to learn how to balance it all. So I'm trying to eat in a calorie deficit as well as meeting all of these goals. So but I'm not being crazy strict about it because I feel like these first 30 days I should really just get used to getting the protein and the fiber in, and then kind of tweak it as it goes. I got all my water in, and then we went for another walk last night. So when we walk along the lake, it's about 5 kilometers exactly, so that's great. I got some new running shoes a couple weeks ago because I knew that I wanted to do this, and I don't really have a great pair. All my running shoes have either been like thrifted or just kind of cheap, so they haven't been great ones. And I got Skechers, and they're just plain white, but like they're really quite nice looking, but they're slip-on and they're like memory foam, and it feels like walking on a cloud. It is so nice, and like my back didn't get as sore, but anyway, that was exciting. And I did my reading, and I did a bit of vlogging, and I took all my supplements, and what else? I did my gratitude, I did my journaling, got all the things done. And by 8 o'clock, we had to pick Poppy up at 7 after school because she had like a drama rehearsal. She's got a dramatic reading today at school, and it's for the whole school district. So actually where I went to high school in Lindsay is the whole school district. So people from all of these schools are coming to see this presentation, I guess. So anyway, she's doing that today, but we picked her up at 7 and I came home and I got directly into bed and started to read, but I'm pretty sure I was asleep by 8 o'clock. I was so tired. Yeah, my body just feels really heavy and really tired, and I think a big reason that I'm so tired all the time is because I'm carrying an extra 40 to 50 pounds on my frame that I don't need to be carrying. And it's just, I feel like I'm really feeling it, and I really feel it in the summertime because I just overheat so quickly. But anyway, it's nice to get up and moving and just motivated, and it's so nice to come home and have my coffee and then just kind of relax and know that my big workout or my big, is done for the day. So anyway. Good morning. It is Thursday, June 5th. Filming in front of my window because it's very dark and gloomy today. But if you hear some crashing and beeping in the background, I don't know what they're doing. It sounds like a landscaping job somewhere in the neighborhood. So sorry. They've been doing it for like the last 2 days now. So anyway, it is Thursday. So we started Sunday on our little June reset, and I've been hitting all my goals, and except for this morning, we didn't go for our 5 a.m. walk because it was pouring rain. So we're gonna go tonight, but I'm gonna wrap up this video and then probably start another one tomorrow because I think I'm gonna have the car and I'm gonna be able to go for a little thrifting, do like a little outro and conclude. I'm just gonna like finish this vlog off, but I wanted to share just a few little things that I've been finding super helpful. Okay, my hair is still a little damp this morning. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to share are my new shoes. These are my new shoes. Yes, I have gigantic feet. My feet are size 10. And these are size 10 Skechers. I just got them in town at a local little shop. If I can get stuff there, I usually try to support them because they're really lovely people. But yeah, my mom and I were out shopping and I was not even looking for running shoes, but I tried these on because she was trying shoes on and I was kind of waiting for her, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'll try a pair on. And they were immediately, like I immediately just fell in love with them. So they are Skechers. The only thing I wonder if I should have got maybe a 9.5 in them because they're perfect right now, but over time I don't know how well they hold or like if they'll loosen up at all, because sometimes that happens. But anyway, they're slip-in, so they have like this super structured back and you don't even have to like bend over or anything. just put them on. But I really like this color of sole and the white shoe, and it's just very basic, but they are like walking on a cloud. Can you see that? Yeah, amazing. They're like walking on a cloud. Incredible. I feel like I'm just at that point where I need a little extra support. The other thing that I kind of wanted to replace was my Stanley knockoff. I love having like a double-walled container. It just makes me drink more with a straw. It just makes me drink more water. However, it's been really super humid and hot this week, and I was finding that my water was just not staying cool. Like it was like basically not cool at all. So I got one. This is another knockoff because I love the Stanleys, but I just cannot bring myself to pay $50 or $60 for a water bottle. No judgment if that's what you want to do, but I just can't justify it. So I got this one on Amazon. I really like the two-tone color. I'm in my green era. This has the straw, but also it doesn't leak either, but there we go. And it's got a thing like so you can sip out of it. It's 30 ounces. It has a handle. It feels very sturdy. I really like it. So that's something that I'm really happy with. This doesn't leak. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And my water stays cold, so that's great. Another thing that I got, I feel like I just bought all these things, but it's not great. They're like super, so the shoes were a little bit expensive. I think they were $99. But I kind of really needed a good pair of shoes for all the walking that we do. And then this I think was $25, which wasn't too bad. And then because I hate wearing my Apple Watch. I really do. Mostly because of how it looks. But also, they're banging again. But also because like the rubber strap that comes with it, like when you sweat under it, it just feels really slimy and gross, and I hate that. So I looked on Amazon and I got a 4-pack for $10, and they're like a woven elastic cotton blend. Apparently they're washable. They have like a nice rose gold sort of buckle, and then so I got the color that I'm wearing is like this seafoam kind of color, and then this is the pink, like a dusty pink, then an almost white, like just a linen kind of color, off-white, and then there's like this mushroomy taupe color. They look a little different on camera, but anyway, I really like these because they don't feel, you know, icky underneath, and they're a little more substantial. Like I feel like I like the band to be a little more like stick out a little more. I just feel like it's more flattering on my wrist. It's just a weird little thing for me. Other thing that I've been really loving, I usually don't eat protein bars because they're nasty, but these, and I try not to eat them every day, but like they're really perfect for fitting in your, like just putting in your purse for like a snack. So Built Puff Bars, these are by far the best protein bars I've ever eaten in my entire life. They feel like, so I have this one's coconut, so it's dark chocolate and coconut. This one is brownie batter, very good. I have had the cookie, I think it's cookie dough, which was also good. It had like chunks, a few chunks on top of like cookie dough, so that was good. And then I had mint chocolate, which was also very good. Oh, now someone's chainsawing. I have no idea what they're doing, but it's a lot. So I have to hide these in the cupboard so no one else eats them, because Mike eats nasty ones and I just can't. And I know as soon as he gets a taste of these, and they're hard to find. So I get them sometimes on Amazon, sometimes on Walmart. And then we actually went to Costco. We don't go to Costco very often, maybe once a month, maybe once every 2 months, but we had to make eye appointments and we popped in there and they were on sale. So I got a big box of them. So the next time we go, I'm gonna probably look for them again, hopefully. But yeah, so good. And so they're like, do you remember like being a kid? I think it makes me think of like, We used to at Christmas get like these chocolate Santa Clauses that were marshmallow on the inside, marshmallow with like coated with chocolate, and that's what these are like. So they're like a marshmallowy sort of chewy, so good, love them. And then the last thing, I have shared this before, is protein. I love it. I have subscribed to it on Amazon because you save, I think, like $6 or something. This is so tasty. I love it. I shared how I make my daily smoothie, and it gives me 7 grams of fiber, 21 grams of protein, but I also add the Greek yogurt and the soy milk, the flax. Oh my God, it's like, I don't know what they're doing. But yeah, if you're looking for a yummy protein, this is really good. I get it on Amazon. I haven't seen it anywhere else, like in stores, so I'm not sure where else you can get it. So that's it for the things that I'm loving for like this little reset challenge thing. I am hitting my goals quite well, like as far as my fiber goes and my protein. I have been a little over like what I want to be for my calories, but we're kind of just letting it slide a little bit as I figure out how to front load with protein and fiber and get all of that in, but also eat the proper amount of calories for, you know, my goals. It definitely feels frustrating. I feel like I'm doing so many things right and my body just will not release the weight. So, but we'll see. I do feel a lot better. I feel good drinking all the water. Oh my God, the beeping. Are you kidding me? I guess he's just going home backwards. There we go. So how far am I in my book? Just a little update on my reading. I am on page 148 of September. I love the writing, but I feel like there's a lot of characters and I'm trying to keep them all straight and I'm trying to decide if I like them. And there is a character from Shell Seekers that was actually loathsome. I really disliked him in Shell Seekers. He was the son of like the main character basically, and he was awful. So he is in this. He seems like he might have a redemption arc, but I'm not 100% convinced yet. So yeah, the characters are not as lovely in this, and the setting, it's in the 80s, so the setting isn't quite as quaint, I guess, even though it is set mostly, it's like it goes from London and it's in Scotland. So anyway, I'm still enjoying the writing, but it is a lot of characters to kind of keep track of, and some of them are not great. And it was the 80s, so there's a lot there. I found in all of them, there's a lot of commentary on women's bodies, and when women are pudgy or fat or dumpy, it's like a character flaw, which is kind of hard because I was raised in the 80s and 90s, and it's like I'm fighting so hard against it, and then to hear it just so blatantly kind of like described in a book is just kind of disheartening. But even though it's a product of its time, but it's still really tiring sometimes. I find it more prevalent in the modern ones than in the other ones. Like in Coming Home, it wasn't as prevalent, but in Shell Seekers and this one, it is. So I have a feeling that Coming Home and Winter Solstice are going to be my favorites. And I also decided, I feel like I went a little shopping spree, but like these are like, this was $7, I think. I got a little thing for my Kobo, and I like it because it does the sleep wake thing. That's a feature I did not know I wanted until I started using it. So yeah, I picked this up for $7, and it's actually sleeker, and like I like that I had that little pouch for it, but I like the fact that I can just put this in my purse. So I wanted to share that. I will try to remember to link all of these things down below if you find that helpful. So I feel like this video has kind of turned into, for the last 2 or 3 summers, I've done this thing. It started on Instagram with like, I was doing like the the Summer of Small Delights. I can't remember if I did the Summer of Small Delights or Summer of Small Delights. And it's basically where I just have been recording, noticing and recording beautiful moments that are very ordinary. So I've shared a lot of those in this video. I found that I just found myself wanting to do that, to capture them and then to share them. So it's kind of turned into a little bit of a reset and a little bit of the Summer of Small Delights, which I'm okay with because it brings me a lot of happiness and it's so lovely to look back on. Some people call it the art of noticing. I really like that, or just looking for glimmers instead of triggers, that sort of thing. But yeah, it was like a thing that I started, I can't remember if it was 2 or 3, I think it was 3 summers ago that I started doing it, and I really enjoyed it. It's almost like a visual gratitude journal. So yeah, that's kind of what this month I think of vlogs is going to be about. It's just, you know, what I'm eating, what we're doing, how I'm feeling, what I'm reading, and then sharing like the little bits, like the little glimmers and the little bits of delight along the way. So hopefully you guys are into that and it's something you might enjoy. Clementine has been doing she's been using Simply Piano for the last month and really gotten back into it. Like, she hasn't done it probably for 2 or 3 years, but she's picked it right back up and she is really enjoying it again, and so is Mike. But I'm gonna leave you with a little snippet of her playing piano last night. She's almost perfected this song, and it's just sheet music. So it's, what song is it? Listen to Your Heart? Anyway, I'll leave you with that. And if you've watched this far, leave me a little piano emoji and maybe tell me what is giving you bits of delight this summer season. Or I know it's not summer, but it feels like summer at this point. So share something that you are finding delight in this season. And I will see you in the next one, friends.